Hello, readers! You've been working really hard to retell the books in your book bag. Today, we're going to learn about one more thing that readers do when they're retelling. When you're reading, it's important to think about who the characters are and to ask yourself if your characters have specific names. And then when you're retelling your story, you want to make sure that you use those names as you're retelling. So if you were reading a book about Bella and Rosie, when you were retelling, you wouldn't just say, "Today I read a story about dogs." You would say, "Today I read a story about Bella and Rosie." You want to use their names as you retell. So today I'm going to show you what this looks like. I have a new book that I'm going to read to you. And as I'm reading, I'm going to be thinking about the names of the characters, and then I'm going to use their names when I retell. So watch and notice what this sounds like. Our story today is called Wishy-Washy Corn. Wishy-Washy Corn by Joy Cowley. Mr. Wishy-Washy planted some corn seeds. The corn seeds grew into corn plants. So far, how many characters have we met? Do you remember his name? Mr. Wishy-Washy. So the first character we've met today is Mr. Wishy-Washy. When I retell this book after, I'm going to use his name as I'm retelling. The corn plants grew and grew and grew. Wow, look how tall the corn is getting. "Corn," said the cow. "Corn," said the pig. "Lovely corn," said the duck. Mr. Wishy-Washy said to Mrs. Wishy-Washy, "Come and see my corn." So now we've met some new characters. Who have we met now? Yeah, we have the animals. In our story today, do the animals have specific names? No, the author just referred to them as the cow, the pig, and the duck. And then we met who? Mrs. Wishy-Washy. And now she's going off with Mr. Wishy-Washy to see the corn. "What corn?" said Mrs. Wishy-Washy. Oh boy, what do you think happened to the corn? Before we saw how it grew and grew and grew, and then the animals came along, and then the corn was gone. Give me a thumbs up if you were thinking those animals ate the corn. I was thinking that too. So now readers, today when I retell Wishy-Washy Corn, I'm going to use the characters' names as I'm retelling. Watch and notice what this sounds like. Today, I read Wishy-Washy Corn. Mr. Wishy-Washy was planting some corn seeds in his garden, and the corn began to grow, and it got taller and taller and taller. And then all of a sudden, the animals on the farm came along. The cow, the pig, and the duck. And they were so excited to see the corn. The duck even said, "Lovely corn." Then Mr. Wishy-Washy went to get Mrs. Wishy-Washy, and he said to her, "Come and see my corn." He wanted to show her all the corn that he grew. But when Mr. Wishy-Washy and Mrs. Wishy-Washy got to the cornfield, they noticed the corn was gone. So readers, did you see today how when I was retelling, I was using the characters' names? I didn't just say, "Today I read a story about a man and a woman who lived on a farm." I told you their names. I said, "Today I read a story where Mr. Wishy-Washy was planting corn." So when you're reading at home, be thinking about, do my characters have specific names? And if they do, use those names as you're retelling.